Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today it's the 1954 US quarter. We see one of them here, just a really colorful one. George Washington facing to the left, "In God We Trust" under his chin, Liberty above him, 1954 down here. And you can see that there is a little bit of kind of build up there, but then you can see these nice colors. If you get one of these, don't clean it. It's not going to be helpful to clean it. Many collectors like to see these kind of colors. Now, another reason you don't clean it is because it might be in really good condition, but we can tell that this one isn't because we can see right there his hair is flattened out, his kind of sideburns here near his cheek is flattened out, and his face is kind of flattened out. That means this coin is really worn out. If we tip it up on its edge, we see that it's silver, 90% silver, 10% copper, and we get it onto the back. We see nice colors on the back also. If you clean a coin that's in really good shape and it's colored, often it'll lose almost all of its value. So don't clean them whether they're in good shape or not in good shape. United States of America at the top, E pluribus unum here, and you can see that's pretty worn out. That M is kind of fading away into it. The eagle has no feathers on his chest. You can't really see any details on these arrows. And then you get down here underneath the olive branch that's the eagle is above. You see an S there. That's for the San Francisco Mint. In 1954, the United States made quarters at the Philadelphia Mint, the Denver Mint, and the San Francisco Mint. And they also made proof quarters at the Philadelphia Mint. At the San Francisco Mint, they made almost 12 million. These coins, just in silver melt value alone, are worth about $11. So even though you get a coin that's in this condition, it's worth $11 in silver, probably a little bit more to a collector because they're not that easy to get. Most expensive 1954 San Francisco Mint coin is a Mint State 68 that sold for $12,000. At a Mint State 65, these coins go for about $30. When you get one of these coins, of course, you can't tell what mint it's from until you flip it over. And you see this one has no mint mark. If it doesn't have a mint mark, that's not a mistake. That just means it came from the Philadelphia Mint. So you need to look at the ones without a mint mark and say, is this a regular mint coin or is this a proof mint coin? Because the proof mint coins were made at Philadelphia in 1954 also. Now let's take a look at this one. So let's compare these two coins here to each other. And you can see that this one on the left is incredibly shiny, almost too shiny. And that's because this is a proof coin. It's got great coloring in it though. So a proof coin like this one could be from Philadelphia, could be worth tons of money, worth between $2,000 and $4,000. And you can often tell it's a proof coin just from the shine. But it's not just the shine that matters. It also matters what level of proof coin. If this is a proof coin where Washington looks like he's a little bit sandblasted or a little bit grayer, and the coin behind him is black or dark when you tip it, that's going to be a deep cameo proof coin, and those are the most expensive ones. They made 233,300 proof coins in 1954, so they're worth collecting even if they're not in great shape. The minimum value for a Mint State 65 is $200, but this coin here is probably worth $15 to $20 just because they're a little hard to get, and it's got $11 worth of silver in it. At the regular Philadelphia Mint, again, they're worth $11 in silver melt value. They made 54 million at Philly. The auction record is 17,250 from Mint State 68, but currently they're selling for about $10,000, those Mint State 68s, and they found two of them. At a Mint State 65, worth about $30. These coins weigh 6.3 grams, and they're 24.3 millimeters in diameter. The last mint that we're going to look at that made these coins is the Denver Mint. And for Denver, you're going to see that D right down there. They made 42 million. The most expensive ones are a Mint State 67 Plus that's worth about $9,000, and they found 7 of those. There's also one other really interesting thing that happened in the 1950s, and that is that they made mint sets, but they made something called a double mint set in the 50s. So let's take a look at the double mint sets. So here's one of those double mint sets on eBay, and you can see what they've done, and that is they've taken and put two of each coin in. So there's a half here and a half here, and these ones are from the Philadelphia Mint because there's no mint mark. There's a quarter here and a quarter here, and these ones actually have been flipped over. So you need to be really careful when you see a mint set that's been changed or has stuff plugged into it. So I'm not sure that I would buy this mint set simply because it has been changed and flipped over, and that's something that a collector might do, but you really want to get one that has not been changed, because if it's been changed, and like you see this one over here has both dimes facing the same way, and one should be up and one should be down. If it has been changed, somebody might have just taken another coin and stuck it in there and used the container for it. You also might see one that looks like this. And again, if it's been taken out of the packaging materials, it's not going to be as valuable, so be very careful with it. If you do get one of the double mint sets, there are often some tells. Sometimes you can't tell for sure until you actually see or handle it. But one of the things you do want is that envelope they were sent in. You want to see the cardboard that they were put in. You love to see this discoloration because this is what happens to most of the double mint sets. You also want to see that there's one face up and one face down for every coin. Why did they make the double mint sets? Well, they made the double mint sets because they wanted you to be able to actually see one facing up and facing down for each coin. The back of this is cardboard, and it's a dark green on this one. And so when you fold it back, you can't see anything except for the cardboard. Well, of course, in 1959, they switched to single mint sets because they started putting them in plastic that you could see the front and the back in. All right, let's get back to our coins. Okay, so you're probably not going to get the double mint set. You probably don't have close to $1,000 to get one, and you probably don't really need one or want one, but they're very cool. If you do get one, remember, don't break them up unless a dealer tells you to do so. Don't clean them. Don't put them in anything outside of their original set. So if they come to you in cardboard and they're all toned and almost dirty, don't take them out and put them into plastic, because as soon as you change the nature of the mint set by taking them out of the cardboard, the value of them goes way, way down. Well, that's all we have today from the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. You're going to have to pay a lot more for them now with the silver values up than you used to. And a lot of them are getting melted down. So my advice on the 1954s is if you have them, save them, because we don't know how many are going to get melted down. And there may be a lot less around next year or the year after than there ever have been, because so many people sold them for melt value. All right, thanks for watching DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.